All right, Illini basketball fans. Illinois gets the easy win. In that first half, they shot the ball like you hope they could shoot. And if they could shoot the ball like that, man, they could win a lot of games. But unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that. They just shot that ball so good in the first half. So, not everything's good, though. We got a few problems. We got two big problems to talk about. So, first, let's look at that shooting because you got to be able to shoot the ball, right? So from the 3 point line, they shot phenomenal in the first half. Second half, not so good, but it led to 42% from three, which is infinitely better than what they have been doing. 75% from the free throw line, which is better than they have been doing, but still, you want to get that up. And as far as turnovers, 18 turnovers. That's sloppy. No excuses. You can't have that many turnovers against this kind of team. So you don't want to see that. So Terrence Shannon Jr., great game by him. Dane, really good game by him. Jaden Epps, he shined. Really good game for him. But the two huge problems we have is Coleman Hawkins, Matthew Mayer. Coleman Hawkins, his biggest problem is he's a beta male. That's what he is. He's a beta male. Whereas Terrence Shannon is an alpha, Coleman is a beta. He doesn't want to establish any dominance. He doesn't want to get the ball and score. He doesn't want to be a leader. He's just one of those kind of players that just goes with the flow, and he's getting left behind, and it's sad to see. So, tonight, 1 for 5. He has 6 points, 5 turnovers for Coleman Hawkins. Brad Underwood said that Coleman Hawkins was the best player on the team, and so far this year, he's not even close to the best player. But like I said, tonight, 6 points, 5 turnovers against Monmouth. Are you kidding me? Matthew Mayer is also struggling, even worse than Coleman. Matthew Mayer is lost. What he needs to do is get smacked in the face and then drive the ball. Stop taking threes. Drive the ball. Get to the free throw line. Get yourself going. So he's playing like a beta male. Sky Clark only took 2 shots tonight. So not really much to talk about. RJ showed a little life. 4 for 7 from the floor. So 9 points. But, we expect so much more from him. So if Illinois is going to beat UCLA, you need more. RJ's got to be a really good player. He's got to be one of the best players on this team. He has to be. And then Ty Rogers, he got his chance and he did what he does. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 points. Like to see him get more time. Dane once again did good with his time. Jay Epps had a really good game for himself. So that's the thing with our freshmen. Like I said, with these freshmen, it's just going to be one of those things where, one night this freshman is going to do good. One night this freshman is going to do good. One night this freshman will do good. And hopefully all these freshmen, if not at least a couple of them, can establish some consistency, and we can expect, those kind of numbers every game. So Sear Harris took 3 shots, made 2. So, Jaden Epps, he's not afraid to shoot. 12 shots. We need Sincere Harris. He needs to, take more shots. Ty Rogers, take more shots, my friend. Who else? We need RJ to be a lot more aggressive, get to that rim. Terrence, he's already aggressive. Nothing to say about that. But this, they're playing they're playing a weak opponent. So, you know, but Coleman Hawkins and Matthew Mayer have been huge disappointments. I mean, huge, especially Coleman Hawkins. He's supposed to be the best player on this team, but that's not even close to being true. Um, Friday and Sunday, it gets real. UCLA, and then most likely Baylor or Virginia. So it's going to get real quick this Friday night. And of course, I'll be at work. I'll watch the game, and then I'll talk about it afterward. But I tell you right now, if we can shoot 42% plus on 3-point shots, we got a chance. They only got to the line 20 times tonight, and that's because of a lot of 3-point shots. Matthew took 5 threes. Terrence took 9. Jaden took 9. So Matthew, he needs to go to the rim, get yourself going on the free throw line, maybe get a layup, get a dunk, do something to get yourself going. And Coleman Hawkins, in the second half, he did have a couple of attempts of trying to get himself going, but it didn't work out. So he's kind of struggling. But for Coleman, it would help if he would just have the right mindset, the right attitude, have the mindset of an alpha, get that ball, establish your dominance, establish yourself. You can't dominate and establish yourself over these opponents that Illinois has been playing this year. That's not good. Because if you can't do it against Monmouth, how are you going to do it against Baylor and UCLA? I mean, how? So it's a huge problem. So our freshmen, it's like my videos, I've been doing. This team has talent for the first time in a long time. And I mean the depth of the talent. I don't think Illinois has ever had it. But that depth is going to take a hit if Coleman is going to continue to play this bad. If Matthew plays this bad, if RJ can't get it going like he should. RJ Melendez, based on what he did last year, there's no reason why he shouldn't be coming out here dropping 15 plus points a game. There's no reason why he can't be the peanut butter to Terrence Shannon's strawberry jam. There's no reason why he can't be. So, in my opinion, RJ and Terrence should be the two main scoring threats. But RJ is not living up to that for whatever reason, but he needs to. And Coleman Hawkins, if he can get it going, if he can talk himself into being an alpha, if he can talk himself into being, wanting to establish his game, get that ball and establish yourself. You've got the length. Do it. Get to the rim. Get a foul. Draw a foul. Go to the free throw line. Get a dunk. Get a layup. Do something. Do something. So I want to see that. But Dane, once again, if he can do this against UCLA and Baylor, we've got something down low. So I hope he can. This kid, I like the way he plays, and I'm really hoping for this kid. I really am. Once that story came out where he, was doing exercises, eating better, and doing what he had to do, and there was results behind it. They had proof that he got better in all aspects of his athletic ability and strength. That made me really want to cheer for this kid, because whenever you put in the work, I really want to see the kids be rewarded for that. So he put in the work, and he's doing really good. Can he do it against UCLA, Indiana, and Baylor? That's going to be the question. I hope he can. Brandon Lee, I would pay money to know what goes through the coach's mind when he's in the game. We know the players were laughing at him when he tried the most awkward drive to the rim you'll ever see in your life. I have no idea how he's on this team. I don't. Is his parents rich and they donate a lot of money to the school? Someone, I don't know. I have to look this up. He has no business being in the Big Ten. None. This dude couldn't even start for Monmouth, whatever. He wouldn't even start for that team. So how is he on the Illini? Seriously, how? He is so awkward. I just don't understand it. But congratulations to Jay Neps on being freshman of the game. He played really good tonight. And Patrick Warden, 0 for 2 for 3. Hey, you got to make them. I want you to be the three-point weapon on this team coming off the bench. So get in that game and make your threes, Warden. So overall, they shot a lot better. And that makes the difference. The first half, they shot lights out at three-point line. Second half kind of went bad, but so yeah, there it is. Illini win. So I'm excited for Friday. I'm excited to see Illinois play a real team Friday and Sunday. Sunday, they'll probably get Baylor. So you're taking on number 8 team, UCLA, and then taking on the number 5 team, Baylor, on Sunday. That's exciting. And the good thing about college basketball is you go out there, you measure yourself. If you lose, whatever, you measured yourself. You know how far you are from being a top 10 team, and you have a whole season to get better. So that's the good thing about college basketball, is that you can play these kind of games, and if you win, great. You see where you're at. If you can beat UCLA and Baylor, then obviously you've proven you're a top 10 team. But if you should lose, hey, put in the work, get better, and by the end of the year, maybe you can be a top 10 team. So I'm excited, though, Friday night and Sunday. So let me know what you guys think, though. Do you agree that Coleman Hawkins has been a huge disappointment and he needs to step it up in a big way? I'm sure you do. Do you agree that Matthew Mayer is lost and confused and he needs to get the ball and get to the rim? Get to the rim, draw a foul, shoot some free throws, maybe get a layup. He's got to do something different. Sky Clark, I'm glad that he just went with the flow of the game. Only took 2 shots. That's good. RJ did better tonight, but he's got to do better than this, and he's got to do it every night. He's got to be consistent. Last year, I said all year, Illinois is a bad team because offensively they're too inconsistent. And, of course, I was right. You would think that RJ and Coleman would have learned from that. Watching people like Trent Frazier scoring 0 points in a game and then scoring 15 in one half and then 0 in the second half, or vice versa. And the other players on that team, the offense was so inconsistent. The only player on that team last year who was consistent offensively was Kofi. And you can go back and look at it for yourself. The number of games Trent Frazier scored 0 is insane. So you would think RJ and Coleman, seeing that firsthand, how devastating that is to your team when you have players that are offensively inconsistent. So Coleman and RJ, they have got to be good. If we're going to compete for big things, Coleman and RJ have to be good. They have to. You can't have these 2 players falling back, getting lost on the bench eventually, while everyone else is trying to win. So, But let me know what you guys think.